Go, go.
Wait, no smile.
Benji! Let's go. Benji! Look, hurry up, we have to go! Benji! Benji! Yo, coach is looking for us at the airport. We have to go now. Hurry up, dog.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Let's go,
Bro, sorry.
Wait, you put it in the bag, let's go!
Okay. My bad. I left it to Luke.
Aye, it's not
Okay.
See now what is happening because you decided to jam music and make us late to the airport. No, it's something like that. It's out where now. No one cares. Get in the car.
Arriving in Egypt was really, it was both surreal, exciting, and intense. It was hot, and that affected us big time. I knew that Nigeria was probably the team to beat going in. I actually had the opportunity to have an interview several months back, and I was asked that same question. I said, I think Nigeria's the team to beat.
The Nigeria game, okay, so getting to see the whole dynamic of the team and how that looked on the field. It went game by game, and to start off the Nigeria game, a lot of us were just starting to get our feet up. A lot of us were beginning to settle in that game.
That's it for Jacob Zuma, and then Taxi, legs are sexy, Taxi Wire,
Mama was on when you left. Mama was on when you left. Your brother was on when you left. Your uncle was on when you left. Your sisters were on when you left. I love my home. To Nigeria.
we actually shot ourselves in the foot. We could have won that game. And it bothered me so much that we are so good, but things just weren't clicking for us. And I'm standing there on the side and I'm like, it can't be just this. We are really such a good team. And yeah, it was just absorbing the moment, hearing all the crowds around you, the other teams, seeing their colors, and it's just such an emotional time actually for me. I'm 34 years old, I'm standing on a field in Egypt, and I'm representing my country. It's an amazing feeling.
Okay, get started.
All right. How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel good.
That's maybe right there, kind of near one of your strings. Not on the string, but just I don't know that on it. It might flop.
Okay, well, for one, my name is Thandinkosi Lungelo Zwane, Thanda for short. One thing I can say about myself, first and foremost, is I'm a child of God. He exists in my life. He's done a lot in my life. But secondly, I think I'm just a person who cares about getting better.
My name is Benjamin Ngandu, the most famous name that I have out there, Benji. Others call me Ben. You know, I've had a lot of nicknames, but obviously Benji is the one that everyone's familiar with.
Who am I? Well, Carl Dominic Stradum, firstly. As Afrikaans as they come, even though my English accent isn't the worst. Sure.
My name is Michael. My full name is Michael Chikondi Ororo-Piri.
My name is Stephen Adewe.
I'm Tyler Kaywood. My name is Fred Kaywood.
So my name is Anthony Shelton.
My name is Volva.
Name Jandro Conradi.
My name is Jovan Krekic.
Okay, my name is Dylan Smith.
My name is Dian Rautenbach.
I am from Angola. My parents are Congolese, and I guess I can say I'm from here, just considering I was raised here. My people, well, it's kind of tough for me to answer this because one of the harder things I've had to overcome was, I guess, fitting in. I really think that is something that was kind of hard for me to do because being like growing up in another country that isn't particularly, you know, where you were born, people around you tend to make it very obvious. Sports really is just somewhere where I felt like I just get to do what I can. And then obviously when you start hearing compliments here and there, you start thinking about it more. And I think that's what happened with me. I really started thinking like, wow, I guess I am good at this. It might have served as like a way out to trying to fit in, I guess.
Originally born in Mpumalanga in Middelburg, but came to Joburg at a young age. Experienced all types of different sides of life, but I think one thing I can say I'm grateful for in each and every single one of those experiences is it shaped my perspective on what it means to be a South African in all types of different spaces.
So I am first generation South African. My mother is Zambian, my father is Nigerian. I am 22 years old. I've been an athlete my whole life. I've pretty much been through every sport to exist, and I've played a lot of the sports in South Africa. I'm a rugby man. I'm now a football man, and grateful. It's different being from one place and living somewhere else. It's always felt like this is truly where God has placed me. Like He knew I was meant to be South African. I grew up in a lot of different countries. I spent some time in Zambia, I spent some time in Nigeria, and I spent some time in the United States as well, in Atlanta. My time in Atlanta is actually what drew me to football at an early age, because I was always like, wow, Mom, who are these people in pads and helmets playing in the snow? Because it snowed in Atlanta. So I was like, Mom, I want to do this. And my mother was always like, no, it's not the game we want to play. And as soon as I came back to South Africa, I was like, okay, they've got rugby here. I'm going to play rugby. So
rugby. I think like any other, I want to say Afrikaans boy, but every single kid in South Africa, I think the dream is to become a Springbok. The dream is to play rugby at the highest level, be that provincial, be that playing for the best clubs, be that one day walking out and, like I said, representing your country. So like I said, I grew up playing rugby. I used to play, my mom always wanted me to play soccer. I think I played 1 year of soccer, and my dad said there's no chance.
if you want to be successful, you have to know how to deal with failure. I made it to Cairo Regionals, made it to Cairo Nationals. I almost made it to Craven Week, and I got an injury, so that's where my rugby stopped.
So you had this trial.
Yeah.
So there's a process where you had the trials. Tell us a little bit about the trial, and then the moment you got the phone call.
Combine. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly happened in the combine. The trials we had to go through, obviously it was open tryouts. Anyone could have come. Just bring a pair of boots and come run around, have fun. So many different coaches actually there, like analyzing you, testing your speed, testing your agility, testing if you can throw a ball, if you can catch a ball, testing all these different dynamics of the game. I've always been like, what if I don't make it?
My mom came and she was like, if you're selected, you're selected. If not, what's the problem? Like, get better, get to the next one. You know the routine. And I was like, Mom, you're right.
My wife actually had to have like a little pep talk with me and tell me, listen, go and have fun. No matter what happens, even though it's the longest tryouts I've ever had in my life, just go and have fun. Leave it in God's hands.
When we became a team, when there was the announcement of a local league, I got excited. I can't. That whole experience was a number of things, and exciting is definitely one of them. In terms of an introduction into that space, one of the most exciting things was getting that phone call. I got a phone call while I was in a lecture on a Monday morning.
I think it was around 10 o'clock. I was still in a meeting at work, and Coach Anthony phoned me and I was like, guys, I need to go. I just put down. I'm like, hello?
I remember it was like 9 p.m. and I was sitting with my phone and I was like, there is no way they're gonna call me this late, right? I was like, it's not happening, so this must mean I didn't make it.
I say, hey coach, how are you? He says, hey, I'm good. But then he says, congratulations, you've been selected.
You made the team. And I was just like,
I said, huh? Selected for what? He says, selected for the flag football national team. You're going to Cairo. I said, oh.
I finally managed to fall asleep. I woke up in the morning. The first thing I did, I grabbed my phone and I was like, no missed calls. I haven't made it. And I got to the gym because at the end of the day, like my mom said, do better for the next one, keep it going. And I put 4 plates on the bar for a deadlift. And usually when I'm in the gym, I hate answering my phone. So I'm just like, you know what, Lord, I'm already upset. Whoever's calling me right now can wait. And I know Siri announced the call in my headphones. And I was like, that number is familiar because that's not a South African number. I was like, I ran to my phone, I pulled it out the bag and I saw Coach Anthony Shelton calling, and I answered. I was like, Coach. And the first thing Coach does is, hi Michael, how are you? And then Coach told me like, welcome to the national team. And in the gym, I looked around and I asked myself, is it okay to cry right now? And I just remember thanking Coach and thanking him. But as soon as I dropped the call, the first thing I did, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I got the call. And she was like, praise the Lord.
Now we're matched up with the host, Egypt. When you go to a host country, they're going to defend their turf. They had already beaten Cameroon.
The heckles from the sideline was non-stop.
Number 31, short with the black one and the zone. Now Egypt is back on line.
So I thought, all right, they've beaten the only ranked team here. This is going to be tough.
Coming up to the field, we knew that if we lose this game, we're not going to make the playoffs.
And they were up, and our guys were just exhausted as our offense wasn't clicking great.
Two rush. 9 seconds to the end of the
But towards the end of that game, as they're looking at the scoreboard and the time's running out, it was they found another gear that I don't think they even knew that they had. And I attribute that back to the trust that had been built.
I had Vova, that was one of my favorite receivers, and I practiced with him all the time, and then he played defense, so I had to get used to the other guy. I had to put trust in the other guys. I can't reason with the knowledge of our coaches. They have years of experience, and they know where the player will be the best in that position. And I had full trust in our coaching staff that they know exactly where to play the players.
And Vova, he came to us, he said, listen, we need to do the flowers, because that's going to work.
The call from the sideline and the play that was run were not the same. The play that was run defensively was an audible. He had been reading this quarterback, and he knew what they were going to do.
In my opinion, Egypt is a good team. They are consistent, they are able to make smart decisions. Our offense struggled against them. But also they are consistent to the point that they become predictable.
It's literally one play that Vova said, let's do this. And we said, okay, let's do it.
First down Egypt, snaps, Kamushedi.
The score is 19-18. 30 seconds on the clock. We are losing. And it's our defense. Nothing works. We know exactly what they are doing, but we just can't stop them. And now they are 5 yards from scoring another touchdown. The tension is rising. The noise is rising too. I'm walking to my position, and I remember praying, God, help me to give you praise. So the plan was for me to cover the left side's deep and flat zones. But now suddenly I hear a voice saying, go right. And I did. And I see the ball coming to my side. Well, that's how it went.
They made the audible, he made the interception, ran it back. I was so excited, I ran down the whole sideline. They threw a flag on me. I don't know what they call a flag for. I guess excessive celebration, I guess. But there was just so much excitement because it was a game changer.
Had a massive headache. Came off the field. I told him, listen, I can't. I need 2 sit-outs. He just asked me, do one more. Just one. Immediately knew they only needed to throw the ball once. And when they threw the ball, There's only one person catching it, and I knew it was me.
He makes another big play, makes a big interception to seal the game. Huge excitement. Our first win against the host. We're now 1-1. We've put ourselves in position to be in this tournament, and we've said, "Hey, we're here to play." That was a big defining moment for our team. Cool. All right.
Okay, my name is Dylan Smith. I'm from Vanderbilt Park. I grew up a little bit in Springs, in Gauteng as well. My mother and my father have been divorced ever since I can remember, so yeah, it's been jumping around, so I've never really been in one place for a long time.
I was born in Port Shepstone in KwaZulu-Natal, and we moved to the Vaal before I was even turning 1, so I went to primary school, high school there. Met my wife. Actually, she was in the primary school with me and my high school, and we only started dating in university. So yeah, my name Tian actually means follower of Christ, so that's actually perfect for my backstory actually. So it's actually pretty cool to see my whole process from growing. My father and mother weren't believers as I was growing up, so they never withheld church from me. They said I can go to church if I want to, they'll take me, but they're not gonna go. I grew up in a very competitive family. Everybody, it was win-win-win mentality constantly through. I remember I was 10 years old, my brother was 13. We went to a vacation spot, and they had volleyball going on there, and the lifeguards were challenging the teams, and it was me, my brother, my father, and 2 other guys, and we won the whole thing. And I remember as a 10-year-old my father yelling at me, missing a spike or something like that, and he's just like, "Why do you miss it?" I'm like, "I'm literally 1.4 meters. I can't even jump that high." And as soon as I turned 18, we went for our high school, so really big rugby player, whole family. Rugby was like our main thing, and we had a men's night, and I took my father with to our church, and there he gave his heart to the Lord, and everything just changed from there, and the whole dynamic of the family changed, and yeah.
But as I grew up, I played a lot of video games. So as I went through the motions of playing rugby, playing cricket on the PlayStation, anything, started to pick up Madden when I was probably in like grade 8 or something. And then from there, I started to get to know a few people. Got to know Tian, got to know Dylan. We talked a lot about it. We talked about what if we actually get this in South Africa. And then when it finally came up about a year and a half ago, Tian was very excited about it. Obviously he was the first to do it, and then when he asked me, I was immediately on board.
And then I first heard about tackle football, started playing with the Harlequins.
He started playing American football in Benoni.
Met Tyler on a random field in Linksfield. I was actually very skeptical going up there, seeing 4 guys, and as soon as the guy took the helmet out, I'm like, okay, well, this is real. There's actually a football helmet. I've never seen one my whole life, and this is the first time I've ever held one. And he said, no, put it on, and that's like such a nostalgic moment for me, putting it on. And I'm like, wow, this is actually, this could be real.
And he was always asking me to come and play, and I just never did it because rugby is my main sport. That's what I play for the university. And then he told me about flag football trials coming up and possibly making an SA team to represent the country. And I was like, flag football, what is flag football? So I went on YouTube and I googled it a bit, and I saw videos of the American team playing, and I was like, this looks very nice, because I'm a big fan of sevens rugby, so it's a lot of space, get the ball, you can just run, and the flag football reminded me a bit of that. So I said, okay, let's see how it goes. And then he told me the trials was like in 2 weeks time at that moment, and I was like, sure, okay, that's a bit quick. I think it was about an hour or 2 before it started. I was like, oh, let's just go, let's just see what it is. And then I got there and the trials, and it was amazing. Ever since that happened, I've fallen in love with the sport. I think I love it more than rugby at this stage.
Went into tackle and then came into flag football when we got the opportunity, so definitely was an exciting thing.
Okay, so tell us about your upbringing. Tell us about your family, a little bit about the history there, and Yeah, what was that like, growing up in Vanderbilt Park?
So growing up, it's not really a farm. It's just a house outside of the city. But there, it was probably the best time of my life. There I met the people that my dad worked with. From there we needed to move out because they divorced, not my parents, the people that we stayed with. They moved out, and then suddenly we were the people responsible to pay for it. And we didn't have the money to pay for it. And then every second year we moved because we were actually blacklisted, which was very difficult, especially in the beginning. Sorry, but a lot of lessons learned. I think that's the good thing about it. It's difficult, sorry. So it was actually a good thing. So we came in contact with them again, became good friends again. You know, we grew up together, we shared everything. So a few times they didn't know where to sleep, so we needed to also take them in. So it was difficult on them mostly, but seeing how difficult it is on them, I think that shaped how I saw it. That's how I think my mental side of everything came to be. My hardships, there isn't a lot, but I feel what the other people feel. I'm there for them, but then I just break down in front of people. It's happened on the tour, which is very strange, because it's probably the first time it happened on the field. I wasn't feeling great in the Egypt game, and it just snapped. I know I'm not going to play the best game for the next one, because I feel like I gave everything.
That same day we had another game. Our third game was against Cameroon.
So that game was probably the most difficult. I was angry with myself. I gave everything for the previous game. I wanted to continue so badly, but physically I couldn't. And that put the emotional again into play. But knowing that I could have made a difference was a difficult part. Maybe we could have turned it around. One play, literally one play that I could have been on, one turnaround, one touchdown, we could have been in the semi-finals.
We started so slow. It was so bad. I think we were down 18-6. We did not play well at all. Called timeout, had a good chat. They went back out there, and it was a totally different team. We just scored and scored and scored, and it was just, we went right up, and it was 27-24. So it was a close game. 2 minutes to go. Our game to lose. We have the ball. We're moving down.
And the moment we start looking around, we start losing focus.
In that moment, we had a high from Egypt, and we just didn't focus up for Cameroon.
And we were within 2 minutes of getting into the semis, and so that was a big heartbreak for us. At the end of the day, it's okay. I was disappointed in the result of the game, but not disappointed in the guys. They had just been formed a few months earlier. They had just started practicing together a week and a half before. Some of them had never met until a week and a half before. And they'd gone out there, they competed well against Nigeria, they beat the host, they went down to the wire against Cameroon, lost in a game that is due to experience. That's a pretty good accomplishment. That did, unfortunately, put us into the losers bracket and on the tail end of the losers bracket, just because of point differential. And so that was a disappointment that we had on point differential. Obviously, you're always disappointed to lose, but that's part of the territory. If you've never lost a game, you've not played long enough. But we finished strong with a very solid 60-point win. That was really a big statement for our guys. It was a statement to say we deserve to be here, that we're much better than our seeding indicates. You know, sport is one of those things that brings people together.
So what Flag has been to me has been a real movie, officially being recognized as a very own. It really has calmed how I've been living, because I seriously had it in my head, like almost every day, that I'm not from here.
I mean, we come from Vanderbijl Park. It's about an hour's drive from Johannesburg. There's almost nothing there, but a lot of the talent comes from anywhere, because we know that if we have another opportunity for next year, we have a combine or just a test of what we can do. I know it's not just going to be 4 of us from Vanderbijl Park. It's going to be a lot of us.
The advice that I can give to any person who is curious to try flag football or is curious enough to want those experiences, I can say that it is a very possible thing. And it is a possible thing so long as you continue to be faithful and continue to strive to be the best athlete that you can be. Though I sit here as a person who's done some good things, I'm also a person who's done some bad things. In light of me not being the best human being, I am a person who has become a better human being. Because there was a human being who was every bit God as he was a human being who took all my bad and died with it, so that I would not suffer as a result of it. That human being's name was Jesus. And to you looking at this, be curious, ask the questions, try things out, step outside of your comfort zone. Know that he loves you, know that he values you enough to have his son die for you, and know that he is the best thing that you could have. Be curious about trying it.